The Stop Killing Games initiative in and of itself is a simple idea. Developers must allow a game to exist in a playable state even after they cut support. But unfortunately, it's come with its own sort of baggage. And of course, as of yesterday, the Steam Summer Sale had officially begun. But the big question now is, are the deals any good? Let's find out. But if you like this video or any other video I've made, please like, subscribe, and share with all of your friends. And in the meantime, why don't you check out Off the Console? It's a brand new podcast created by me, Gardner Bryant, and Games Revealed, with guest stars occasionally. And while yes, it's on YouTube, it's also available wherever podcasts can be found, like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Check it out. The Stop Killing Games initiative is a simple premise. Publishers must leave games in a playable state when they inevitably cut off support. Video games are unique among various forms of media in the fact that they can be rendered totally inoperable by the creators themselves. Let's take, for example, books and movies, neither of which can be taken away from you if you have a physical copy. And of course, it's not like the publishers can come in and take away your books or your movies. Like, let's say, for example, the Star Wars Christmas special. It's an abomination. George Lucas also knows it's an abomination and he wants all copies destroyed. But guess what? It'll never happen because that's out of his control. And honestly, just to spite him, it needs to stay in circulation. The same can't be said about video games, however. Most video games are in a good state where they can't be modified anymore. And even those that get patches later on, you can always roll those patches back thanks to, well, the magic of archiving. The big issue though are those live service games. Live service games that some people really do enjoy. You know, multiplayer games that some people enjoy but are not playable because the developer-run servers no longer exist. And that's where the Stop Killing Game movement comes into play. The mandate, if made into law, would effectively mandate publishers to come up with an end-of-life solution for games that they no longer support. If you recall the Crew situation from last year, the Crew was made unplayable. And worse yet, while some people were trying to create a solution to play the Crew offline and away from Ubisoft servers, Ubisoft decided to remove the game from people's libraries as if they had never bought it. It may not be a game I enjoy, but all games need to be preserved, period. This movement was spearheaded by content creator Accursed Farms, who actually did something because, to be honest, I wouldn't know where to begin, and I don't even live in the EU, so I can't sign the petition or even do anything. But the fact that he managed to get so much support and eyes on this is amazing. And yes, even if the Stop Killing Games initiative hasn't gone into full effect, some developers have taken notice. And yes, some of those games, while they may not be the best games in the world, like Redfall or Multiverses, are playable offline now. They used to be always online live service games, but now they can be played offline, which is pretty cool for players of those games. The big controversy comes from opposition number one, and arguably the biggest opposition, Pirate Software. Pirate Software is not for the movement, and honestly his points can be boiled down to three major reasons. His first argument is that the initiative is very broad and doesn't have any real solutions aside from making developers do something. His other major point is that it creates legal and technical burdens that a lot of indie devs can't afford, which I find kind of silly because a lot of indie developers aren't out there making live service games. And finally, his final point is that it could hurt the industry by setting unrealistic expectations for all online games. I'm not sure what the expectation is. You know, a lot of people expect you to buy a game for $60 and be able to play it basically forever. It's not an unrealistic expectation, it's kind of just the expectation that's already there. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't really agree with any of these points. Not to mention, we have evidence and proof of developers actually implementing plans for end-of-life service for certain games, like the aforementioned Multiverses or the aforementioned Redfall. Yes, these developers took a losing gamble on their live service games, but some people did enjoy them, genuinely speaking. I don't know if too many people that did, but some people do. And the games are effectively dead, but guess what? You can still play them to this day. You can still buy Redfall to this day. Multiverses is playable too, and yes, apparently in local multiplayer you can play as all of the characters. They're all unlocked. Now, I don't agree with the notion that this movement will somehow create unrealistic expectations for online games, because those expectations are kind of there, and to be honest, yes, the developers are able to make these games playable offline if needed. Yeah, it might take work, but let's be honest, it's a little better than having a game not work. And who knows, maybe Arcane will make an extra $60 on someone that buys Redfall, even if they didn't mean to. If you're European, you should sign the petition if you haven't already. But I'm not European, so I can't sign it, but the best I can do is refer you to Accursed Farms channel as well as the petition as well. So go check it out. Alright, bye. You guys back yet? Well, now it's time to talk about the next big thing. The Steam Summer Sale has finally come around, and let me tell you, the sales aren't what they used to be, but they're still very good. That said, I have a lot of the games I really want to play, so I don't really know if I really need to buy any games this Steam Summer Sale. There are plenty of games on sale, and yes, even high-profile games are on sale. You know, Cyberpunk is 65% off, which is a pretty big discount. And of course, the DLC is 30% off, so it's like $40 for Cyberpunk and the DLC on PC. But what is interesting though is Baldur's Gate is 20% off, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is 10% off. Not a huge discount for Expedition 33, but it's a new game, so if you've been waiting to play it, then it might be the best time to buy it now. Typically in these videos, I would put up some recommendations, but rather than go through the effort of actually editing recommendations, why don't I just, I don't know, refer you to one of my videos. My Steam Spring Sale video is still very relevant here, and yes, you can learn the tips of the trade, how to save a bunch of money while spending money on video games. Or, you know, the most important tip of all, if you can't afford video games, just don't buy them. And the burning question on everyone's minds is the Steam Deck on sale? And the answer is unfortunately no. The Steam Deck hasn't been on sale for a while now. In fact, we haven't seen the Steam Deck on sale in quite a few seasons, to be honest. And to my knowledge, we've never seen a Steam Deck OLED sale ever, so I guess they're still making Steam Decks just fine. And this is also just personal conjecture, but when you start to see fire sales on brand new Steam Decks, then you can probably expect there to be a new Steam Deck model around the corner somewhere, like a Steam Deck 2 or something. That's just my honest opinion, and to be honest, I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. So if I am wrong, don't get mad at me because I told you that it was just personal conjecture, right? The news has been kind of slow this week, and honestly the summer's been kind of slow as well, so maybe something will pick up next week, but who knows. If you like this video, please press the like button and check out our other videos, and if you like those other videos as well, be sure to press the subscribe button and share the good gospel of high-tech lowlife with your friends. Furthermore, we have a community Discord for enlightened individuals such as you, and if you wish to further support high-tech lowlife, be sure to check out our Patreon page, links in the description.